This is Kia's first ground-up, fully electric van, the PV5. When you think of vans, I think of Denise Van Elton, Van Nistelrooy, Dick Van Dyke, Van Diesel. Tenuous, but this isn't a diesel, this is all electric. And today we're going to find out all about it and find out if this could be the van for you. We've got a special guest today, someone super qualified to talk about electric vans, Kevin Booker, Guinness World Record holder for driving the longest distance in an electric van on a single charge. Kevin Booker, come on down. Ta-da! Kev, how's it going?
Hello there, Rick.
Kev, first impressions, what do you think?
I think it looks really good. I mean, it's a very striking appearance. It doesn't really look like any of the vans out there, but I guess a lot of that is because it's a ground-up EV, so it doesn't have to comply to the legacy of previous ICE vehicles.
Now, tell us a little bit about the van record that you set. Was it last year?
Actually, the year before.
Okay, so you drove a very long way in an electric van. What's the key to driving very long distances in any vehicle?
So it's all about driving smoothly, reading the road ahead, and just really taking notice of your surroundings to get the most out of the vehicle.
Now, a big litmus test on any van is, would Paul Kirby, the van man, the electric van man,
Vans!
would he go for this?
I think he would, because he likes a van, and this is a nice van, so he'll like a nice van.
And if the vans are rocking, don't come a knocking. No, Kev, get off! Oh, do you want to see the engine? Oh, it has actually got some stuff going on under here. No frunk, but you don't need a frunk on this because it's got a massive boot. If you're getting a van, you want something sturdy, and this is the drive select here. So it's a good, solid, phallic
shape.
gear select right there. Poof, park, twist that to drive, twist that to get into reverse. No messing about with gear sticks. Flappy paddles. Big fan of flappy paddles because it allows you to alter your regen strength. So if you're cruising up to lights, flap there and it will brake for you. So instead of using your brake discs, it's regenerating energy back into the battery, giving you more range. Beautiful. Would you like to set a new world record in this van?
One of the main reasons I've come to see this van is because I think this is one that could actually take the record we already have.
Kia's good cars, they've been making great cars for a long time. This, though, is a ground-up electric van, and their first one in the range, I believe.
Yeah, it's the first ground-up EV. That means there's going to be savings with efficiency, and I think that efficiency will be the key to going a lot further than we did 2 years ago.
Couldn't agree more. I've got to say, the practicalities of vans are all about space. So we'll have a look at the interior later on, but let's have a look in the cabin as well and see what we think about that. Good chunky handles. Oh. God, it's spacious, isn't it? Cool. Welcome to the interior of the Kia PV5. What do you think, Kev?
I think first thing that strikes me is how car-like it is. You know, it's a very comfortable, it feels like you're in basically a big car. So it's feels really comfortable. It's a nice, spacious, airy cabin. It seems, very car-like. And when you consider this is pre-production, it's finished very nicely.
Could you do a Guinness World Record in this without getting a bad back?
I think you definitely could. It feels far more comfortable than the last vehicle I did one in. But there were 3 of us crammed in that one. So
that's true. So yeah, 3 across the middle, and obviously this will be a bit uncomfortable. I'm sure they do a version with a three berth. But you've also got an armrest, which is crucial for long distance driving, but also to be able to lean and have your coffee. Kia have been bringing out some brilliant electric cars. The Kia EV6, one of my favourites, the Kia EV9, great big honking SUV. But this is obviously their first ground-up electric van. How do you think this is going to change the game in terms of electrification in the UK?
There's going to be platform and efficiency savings, so you're going to get much more space that's usable because it doesn't have to take into account legacy gearboxes, transmissions and exhaust pipes. The other thing is, we all know that Kia vehicles have legendary efficiency. So I think when that comes to the van market, this is going to be one of the market leaders in range and efficiency.
Let's talk about the storage in this, because when you drive a van, you need places for receipts, coffee cups, more coffee cups, snacks and stuff. Massive amounts of room here, massive amounts of room here, which looks like a charging pad as well. And then Kev, when you open it, a big drawer here as well for snacks, biscuits, hobnobs, etc.
Yeah. And it looks like it's got prepped for a wireless charging plate there,
I reckon so.
Key.
And 2 USB-C charging ports there, and a 12 volt. Let's talk about the cameras, because when Will from Kia was moving this for us earlier, there's cameras everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, it seems, again, very car-like. It's got a 360 camera system, which means with a van you want good visibility because you can't see through the back windows. So you want to see if there's people behind you. You know, the biggest worry when you're driving a van is there's a small child that's in your blind spot, and those cameras help protect from that because you can see all around you and have great visibility.
Dashboard. Whenever you're in a van, you need a big dash to put all your stuff. And this for me is a massive dash, but stuff is going to roll back there. I prefer to see a bit of a lip if I'm being really critical.
You do have, on the driver's side, a little cubby hole.
Look at that. And another charging port, a USB-C charging port in there. So you're laughing, you've got 4 places to charge in this car.
Vans like this, one of the best reasons to go electric is most of their driving will probably be in cities, and start-stop is where electric vehicles excel far more than petrol or diesel. You get more range. I mean, on this, the WLTP is expected to be over 250 miles, which means around town you're going to be expecting a lot more because it's that start-stop where you're getting energy back, and that's driving that emission-free is so good for air quality. When you've got deliveries from different things that you order online, it's all but essential that we do that in a greener way possible. And the other thing we've got to remember with electric vans is they're less wear and tear, so less maintenance. You think the wear and tear driving those fueled vans on those short start-stop runs where they're never really getting properly up to temperature, an electric van will do that with ease.
There's a lot of fast chargers out there which will charge this van from 10 to 80% in like 30 minutes or something like
just
that.
I think just over 30 minutes. That's the thing to note with this one. Just reading the specs, it supports 22 kilowatt AC charging, which is ideal for your depot-based environments where you've got three-phase electricity there, which means, you know, even on the biggest battery, you're going to get a significant amount of range just in an hour to go back on the road. So that's one of the key things, that 22 kilowatt charging, I think, should be pretty much standard on all commercial vehicles because it's easy to install, it's not as expensive as a big DC charger, and you can get a significant amount of range in quite a short time.
Well said. Should we have a look in the back?
Yeah, let's go.
This is where the magic happens. The magic being Kevin Booker, obviously. Kevin, tell us a little bit about what you can see. What's it like space-wise? How many tether points have we got?
So it's got 8 tether points here. The other important thing, which you can see from here, is actually the vehicle to load adapter. So you have a 3-pin plug. One
of the biggest reasons electric vans like this are better than petrol or diesel vans is because of V2L. Okay, what is V2L? How does it work?
So what that means is you can use the vehicle's big internal battery as a power source. So you don't need a generator on site. You can actually use your vehicle to power tools, cement mixers, anything you have on site.
No brainer. Look at this. So you've got a camera there, which is brilliant for spotting anything behind you. Nice and easy to open there. So as Kev mentioned, you've got a plug socket there, which means you don't need a generator when you go on site, which means when you get to your job, you can charge your equipment, or you can run your equipment by plugging it into the vehicle.
Yeah, and this is not just sort of a low-powered 3-pin socket. This is a full 240 volt 16 amp socket. So that's basically like one circuit of your house. So it's a proper...
What sort of stuff could you power then?
Probably not really a limit. If you can power it off a normal 3-pin plug, you can power it off this. Because actually, if you think a normal 3-pin socket's 13 amps, so that's got more than enough capacity to power things, even like your mains powered cement mixers, all the things you'd need on a job site.
Yeah, that works.
And obviously you've got as an advantage, you can use it to charge your tools if your tools go flat. So use the big battery in this to replenish those small hand tool batteries.
No one wants a small flat tool. Right, let's go back around the side. Bosh! That was a good solid thump, wasn't it? So plenty of room here. As you mentioned, you've got all those tether points as well.
But just to think, there's the commercial one you've got here, but there is the crew van and the people carrier coming out as well at the same time.
People carrier. Okay, so you've got a big family. This could be the vehicle for you. The big question, when is this available? Kevin Booker, do you know?
So orders open in May and deliveries are expected to take place before the end of the year.
Fantastic. So get your orders in soon to avoid disappointment. Kevin, what would you say is the #1 app to download for an EV driver?
So probably your most useful app is ZapMap, because that will allow you to search for chargers. A lot of times it'll tell you the status of the charger if it's working, and you can also filter by speed of charges. So you can look for those 3-phase 22 kilowatt chargers or your really fast 350 kilowatt rapid chargers.
Why would you recommend leasing a van over buying one outright at the beginning?
One of the best reasons to lease a vehicle is you've got everything tied up into one monthly or annual payment, so you don't have to worry about anything else. It's all covered. You can get your maintenance, your tyres, and the vehicle all included in that one simple payment.
Piece of cake, and it means that you're getting into the newest, shiniest vehicle as well. And yeah, they're just fun to drive, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be more fun than any car with a gear stick around town, because you'll have to have a huge clutch leg with all the traffic these days.
That's true. So if you want to find out more about electric van leasing deals, head over to Select Car Leasing and Select Van Leasing. Right, let's take it for a spin. What we're not allowed to? Oh.